I am Lina Orlando, and I would like to share with you some wisdom today. So, the topic is self versus self. And you're probably thinking, what do you mean self versus self? So, let me write them out so that we can be very clear about the difference that I'm talking about here. So, we have a self, which is a lowercase small s self. And then we also have a self, which is the biggest self, capital S self. So what's the difference here? It's a profound difference. And now that we're caught in the midst of this incredible shift that is taking place, a shift in consciousness, the entire universe is waking up to the truth of who we are. And what we're discovering is that we're not this little self that we have been running around here thinking that we are. We're actually the biggest self. So the distinctions that I feel will help make this journey a lot smoother and a lot more interesting for you as you begin to awaken is to be very clear that the little s self is your ego self. And what is the ego self? It's the idea that we have about ourselves. It is a constructed identity that we have picked up, we have taken on based on what we have experienced in the world. So from the moment of conception, because we're energetic beings, we're feeling, we're sensing what is going on. We begin to feel, is this a safe environment? Is this not a safe environment? And we begin to form ideas and opinions about who we are. I am loved, I am wanted, I'm in a womb where the mom is at ease and at peace, or this is going to be a scary place because mom's womb is pretty tight and tense. Then we come out into the world, and the world begin to tell us who we are. The world, the outer world, through mother, father, teachers, preachers, the government, the media, the lovers, the bosses, begin to inform us of who we are. We're given a name, we're given ethnicity. The world tells us who we are. And then the world lets us know that for the world to approve of us, we need to behave in a certain way. So we spend our entire life trying to get the world to approve of us. And as you can imagine, that's an impossible task. You cannot get every single person out there to like you, to be happy with you all of the time. So out of our desire to constantly get to feel that we, are complete, that we're whole, that we're doing life right, we operate from a sense of fear. That if I don't get what I'm supposed to get, so that I can be, so I can do, so that I can have what it is that I've been taught by the world I'm supposed to accomplish, I'm going to feel like I am never satisfied. Have you ever been chasing the next car, the next lover, the next house, the next promotion, always trying to get something else to make you feel whole and complete? Well, that's your lower S self operating. That's your ego self operating in a state of not enoughness, of lack, of incompleteness, like you have a hole in you that you're constantly trying to fill. No wonder so many people are depressed. No wonder so many people have addictions, because it's a constant trying to get something. So the capital S self, this is where things get really exciting. The capital S self is your soul, is your spirit. It's the part of us that animates us. When we begin to become self-aware, we begin to understand that all of our souls, every single one of us, is a point of awareness for the Creator. Call it God, call it Buddha, call it whatever it is that you want to call it. It doesn't matter. We have taken the word God and the ego, the little s self, has given it a meaning that it makes it difficult for us to talk about the same thing. So I'm just going to call it capital S self. This is the life force that animates every single one of us. The capital S self has one purpose and one purpose only. And that is to come into this physical experience to give of its self, because it is already whole and complete. It doesn't need to do anything but give what it is. And what is the Creator? What is God? What is, the Spirit? What is the universe? It is nothing more than the energy of love. So the energy of love, as our higher self, enters into physical expression, and we take on a personality self based on what the world tells us. And this is why we're so conflicted, because inside of us, we know that we're supposed to be getting to feel good about ourselves, but inside of us, we also know that there's a wholeness and a completion that was there from the beginning. So every single time that we are operating from the lower S self and trying to get, it's because we have simply forgotten. This is what is called an illusion. We have simply forgotten that the biggest self is inside of us. This is what Christianity has said. Look for the kingdom of heaven that is within. Seek for it within. The spiritual awakening is a coming inside to connect with what we really are. However, we have been disconnected because we've been taught that God is out there, that our riches are out there, that everything that we want that has value, that is important, is out there. So we have been going out there trying to get the very thing that has been in here all the time. And you know how you do something, you give a gift, you say something, you smile at somebody, you bring somebody into your mind and you feel good about yourself? It's because in that moment you have given of you. You have given of your love. But when you do something and somebody doesn't reciprocate, you feel like you didn't get something back. So we have been taught the littlest self is very conditional. I'm going to give you so I can get something back. But think about it this way. When somebody dies and we see a body there, the body's just laying on the casket, or in the case of my mother, she was laying on the bed at home until they came and picked her up in the gurney. There was a body there, but I was bawling, I was crying, I was missing my mom. Well, the body was there. The self that I knew her as was still there. What was I grieving? I was missing the capital S self. Her soul had moved on out of that body. It was no longer contained in a little personality. It had become undefined and expanded in the all that isness. So why is this important? It's very important that we have this understanding, because if you continue to live from your little S self, you're going to spend your entire life fearing that you're never going to get enough to accomplish feeling fulfilled. Recognizing that your higher S self, your capital S self, your, the Christ consciousness within you, that part of you is here to give of yourself. And the very fulfillment that you're seeking from all the stuff that you're getting, you can tap into it if you just begin to get quiet, to be still enough to come inside and begin the process of having a communication with your Holy Spirit, your higher self, whatever it is that you want to call the essence of love itself that exists within you. I hope that this has been helpful, give you some clarity. If you would like more information, please visit my website at linaorlando.com. Send me an email. Contact me through my website, through Facebook, through Twitter. I'm all over the place because I want to share this information that I have received. You see, once I discovered that what I am is a capital S self, giving of myself is the most wonderful thing that I could possibly ever do. And I want to share with you everything that I have discovered so that your capital S self can awaken and you can share the magnificent essence that you are with the rest of the world. Thank you and have a magnificent day.